Alright, so welcome back, crew, to another video. Hey, today we're back in the garage. We're still cutting and buffing on this 55 shop truck cab. And I pretty much got the cab 100% completed as far as what I'm going to cut. The only thing I got left is the two cowl panels up front. I'm not going to do the firewall because the firewall is really slick and you really won't see the firewall until you open it up, but it had a motor down in there, so I'm not going to waste the time in doing the firewall. But I will turn you guys around and let you see what I've already accomplished. And I'm going to, this video here is going to be about me doing the one of my door panels, because I still haven't polished it yet, but I'm going to go and do all the steps, and we're going to do the perfect one polishing compound, and I'll turn you guys and show you that compound as well. So this is basically what we've got done, and I explained to you guys if you watched the previous video, and if you didn't watch the previous video, go back and watch the previous video of me sanding this cab, the top and everything. I didn't do the sides, the cab corners on camera, which I told you guys I wasn't, but I did tell you how I was going to go ahead and sand it down. So as you can see how I did the sides here, I did right in the back, because as you see that little square there that's still polished, you won't see that, you won't see the back of the cab because of course the bed will be there. So I'm not gonna waste my time, but I will still buff it, and it'll still look really nice and uniformity and everything. So as you guys saw, see I did both of the cab corners here, all right, and I did the back of the cab and the top of the roof. All right, so now next, and what this video is going to be about is this panel here, and I'll be honest with you, I really did not have to cut and buff everything, man, but I just want this truck to look slick. I want this to be one of my best projects that I've ever done myself. You guys saw me in a paint booth spraying it and everything, putting that color down. It laid really slick, man. This is this true blue. And I tell you what, it really is blue. Like I tell you guys, it's like 3 different colors. It's really dark and rich. And then once again, in sunlight, that metallic hits it. It has a little bit of tint of purple in it. And then at nighttime, it's almost like it's like black. So this is the panel that we're going to be cutting and buffing. I'm going to show you guys how I actually cut and buff. This, like I was telling you guys, this is the first time I went all the way up to 8,000. Okay, this is the perfect, it says the perfect one-step finishing material. And this is the first time I've actually used this. In order for me to use this, from my understanding, you have to go all the way up to 8,000 grit. And you got to polish it with 3,000. So the 8,000 is basically really polishing that panel. Of course, you got your 2,000, and normally I do 2. I use the my hand did sanding, and then I also use my DA. This is 2,000 grit as well, and this here is 1,200. I start out with 1,200 and see how that cuts. And if it seems like it's cutting really good, I'll just skip to 2,000, and I'll go up to the after the 1,200, I will go to the 2,000. And I will go through all of the sanding there. Just to show you, I got a piece of tape here. And the only thing this tape here is, it's just a guide. One thing you do not want to do is put your tape up here, and this has got a little groove down in this line here. But I would not go all the way up against this edge. I use my finger or my thumb as a guide, and I would not go in that groove. Because if you get on this tape, it's going to leave a tape line, and it's going to be pretty much almost impossible to get it out when you go and start doing your polishing. So I just got this here for a guide, so my fingers stay along this groove, and so I would not get near that tape. So let's go ahead and get started, crew. All right. You want to wipe the residue off? And you can see how the panel is very uniformity. There's no swirls. anything like that, no curlicues. You don't want curlicues in there, okay? I got Poppy in here with me today. Wipe this panel off. When you see curlicues, just go ahead and stop, because basically you got too much dust and it's just swirling up and your pad isn't clean. So you just take it and just clean it off. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go up to 2000 next. And the 2000 should get the rest of those little, I call them freckles, but it's just orange peel. So you see there's no curlicues, okay? And like I said, those little dots, I got hit one there and one there, they're eventually sand out. I don't see the other ones. Alright, so I got some clean water. And we're going to hit this real quick with the hand block. So you guys see a little bit of orange peel. I'll show you guys how I use this block here. I went down the panel really good. Wet my block. Use my finger here, my little pinky over here for my guys so I won't get close to it. Go straight across that panel. It doesn't take much. I let that block do the work. I take my pinky right here, stay right here. And it's alright if you go over it. It's just that I don't want to, burn it when I start polishing it. Doesn't take much, man. And you can see the milkiness. That milkiness stuff, when you start seeing that little milky stuff, that's your clear coming off the panel. All right, let's go ahead and wipe this panel down. Let's see how much orange peel is left in it now. All right, take my squeegee here. Alright guys, so hey, I'm going to show you this panel. We just got through hitting it with the 2000 grit with the DA, and then we just refined it a little bit around the edges with the 2000 hand sanding. And you see why I do it with the hand sanding around these edges, just so I won't burn it or get too close to these edges here, okay? So that's how I do the edges here. I'm telling you, maybe a few freckles, a few, like I said, orange peel. But the next step, that 3000, it'll start polishing this here, and it'll get the rest of this stuff out. And you see this here, I stay away from the edges, as you guys see. And like I said, I got this body line, this tape here, and it's just there for a guide. I do not get up close to it, because if you put a line in it, it'd be almost impossible to get that line out, okay? So I don't go nowhere near that. I use my fingers as a guide. Alright. So we're ready to go ahead and go to 3000 grit with the DA. Let's do it. Alright, so we got the 3000. Put it on my DA here. And one thing I tell you, I got a whole case of these 3000 grits. But I'm gonna be honest, once you get to the 3000, these pads last. I mean, I could probably do this whole cab and 2 doors with just this pad here. It goes a long way. And we do have to do the 3000 damp. Damp, not wet. Then we take out microfiber cloth and we'll wipe everything down. $8,000. Same procedure. Alright, we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back and we'll start our next step. We'll start to do the polish. Alright, so you can see where I done polished that, and then I go up here and I do that, and then I do it again. It looks really good. It's looking good. I got a few swirl marks in there though, I see. I don't know why, I got a few swirl marks in there. Alright, well, let's see if we can get that out. Alright, crew, so hey, I'm back. We polished up the panel. I wiped her down. She's good and dry. I put the compound on there. And I tell you right now, man, it really does look excellent. But I'm not happy. I'm just not happy with it. And the reason why is that when I started polishing it, I could not see it in whenever I was wet sanding it. I didn't have no curly cues that I could see whenever I was going back and forth. But as soon as I start polishing my panel, and like I said, it looks like glass. As you see, it looks like glass, man. It looks like glass. And like I said, I make these videos, guys, because I want to show you guys what I do and the mistakes that I make. And even if it's not a mistake, just you know, if the product doesn't do what it says it does. So I mean, and other than that, I don't know what stage it was in. I don't know if it was the 3000 or the 8000, but I'm gonna try to see if I can pick it up here. I got like a lot of curly cues. See those curly cues, man? Right there, look. I'm gonna have to resand this panel over. I'm gonna have to resand this clear over. You can see it now. Look at that. I mean, other than that, it looks shiny. It's perfect, but I got curly cues all over this panel, and that's one reason why I decided to go ahead and polish this panel, because I don't want to do all this sanding and then when I start to polish this, I got to do the same thing for this one here. Alright, so hey, that's why I make these videos. I'm not happy because I don't know why I got these curly cues in here. But I guess the only thing, I'm not going to go back with 8000, but I guess what I need to do is maybe I can sand this panel like with 3000 by hand, and maybe I can get those curlicue sand scratches out of there. That's what I'm hoping. And I don't want to keep going too much into my clear, but I know I still got enough clear on here. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, and maybe tomorrow I'll go ahead and get me some 3000 grit sandpaper, and I do it by hand, and then I'll repolish this again to see if it takes away those curlicues. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna have to do the same thing to this here. All right, crew. So hey, that's where we at with this panel. Like I said, it looked like it was coming out really good until I put that polish on there. As soon as I put that polish on there, those curlicues started coming up, and I was making sure that I didn't see any whenever I was wiping my panel down. So hey, it happens, man. But that's why I'm doing these videos. So anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to like and share these videos as well. And you really like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to help me out. So like I tell everybody, guys, if you got a good cigar, a fast car, a truck, smoke them if you got them, baby. CJ is out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.